was told it should never be misquoted. That you wave on the camera, we've been toting. Selling love potion my whole rap career, so your streams and downloads could never match the kids. We could go foreign until it's boring. My sheep will keep jumping the fence until you're snoring. Street poetry, I'm more Wale for Lauren. Till the world is mine like Illmatic and Lauren. Written on the Carter down like I'm Nino.
Pulling up with the coupe.
Oh my goodness.
Must have done same with the roof.
Oh my goodness.
You sitting looking stupid on the stoop.
Oh my goodness.
I would take notes if I were you.
Oh my goodness.
This was designed with the stars, the square and the cross, so we know true north.
Oh my goodness.
Smiling with 50 carats in my jaw.
Oh my goodness.
The law, it's a shame, rhyme, crime.
Picture me putting my city all over the map. They wasn't believers, I had to get even in mad. We coming up, pulling up, jumping all over your grass. So tell them I got a new girl. Tell them that I'm begging, I want all my 50s in cash. I'm tired of living check to check. I need 20 models. This is.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Wilson Seahawks going up against Rodgers Packers.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up, and he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
This is Rawls. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Clay Matthews in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. So on fourth down, as seen on TV, here's their resident strongman, John Ryan, on to punt. Trevor Davis, deep for Green Bay. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded just inside the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. A first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I think many people thought Ty Montgomery would automatically go back to being a wide receiver this year, but it appears he's going to stay at running back. I know they drafted Jamal Williams from BYU, but Montgomery proving his worth.
And he proved it, proved it last year. 5.4 yards per carry, fourth best in the league.
Hey, 50, line left. 319.
Shift together here from the D-line.
All right. 319. Hey, 50, 319. Over.
Rodgers now on first down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Mike Bennett in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Quick, guys. 319.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
First down, this is Rawls. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
It's caught. Lockett. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here's Rawls. Still going. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin from a yard out. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Packers get set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Buying time to his left. Going deep for Montgomery. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
After the interception, here's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, Rawls. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. On third down, Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Right on the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make it.
And a loose football. Rawls loses it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. To Montgomery to begin the drive. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the tight end Lance Kendricks there. And now it's third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Reset. Hey, easy. 630.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They start on the ground with Rawls. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. the gun, it's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. But sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On third down, Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Devon House.
Oh, man, partner, this is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or two, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think he baited the quarterback into the throw.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it's a second down. Second down, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Read it well, and it's picked. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On second down, here's Wilson going to Rawls on the dump off. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Being chased out left. Finding room to the 20. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't...
Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Crosby on now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting him in jeopardy right now.
Rodgers now to throw. Flushed out right. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. Throwing is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. going to go on 4th down. And some room to work. He's at the 30, past the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Hey, 88, 88, 88.
Now Rodgers. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down. Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. And this one is incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On play action, Rodgers. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Lets it go for Nelson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll get 32 yards there. And that leads to a Green Bay 1st. They go play action here on 1st down. On the move to his left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Looking for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. It's caught. Nelson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. The old connection, Rodgers to Nelson, getting Green Bay a first down. Steps away to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Flush to it, and he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Cliff Averill in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
Over here, 18. You reset. Hey, easy.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This from 25 yards out. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will close the gap down to 14. All right, so it's getting late in this one. Now, you could argue that they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but they still face a pretty uphill battle.
Yeah, even with the field goal here, it's going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns now to get back in it. And that's going to be a tall order against this defense.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. But you really...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Devon House. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Buying time to his left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground right there around the 35-yard line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw on third down, Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. Wilson going to give the rolls. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Rolls again. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a third down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Clay Matthews. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Obviously, a big play was needed. And you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Wilson wants to throw it. That is caught inside the 5.